Welcome to the Texas Truck Channel, and today we're going to do a quick look at the 2022 Mazda CX-9 Signature all-wheel drive. We're going to get into some things today that we won't be able to get in the full review, but the full review will be coming about a week after this, so enjoy. Up front, we just get the good Mazda sign, the Kodo design, horse and rider as one theme continues, and it's here as well. And we'll see that in the next generation as well, so this is not going away anytime soon. Beautiful 20-inch rims here. We'll talk more in a deep dive about the actual tires, but good looking package, I think, with this color scheme and the signature trim. We get the folding mirrors when we lock the car, which is nice, so we don't have to worry about that business. And there's a little button so you can fold them out if you're like in a car wash or something along those lines. Continuing on around the exterior, it's a good design, and the way you can tell it is this little ladybug right here. Even the ladybug likes this design. And this is the biggest version of the Kodo design. It goes all the way back here. You know why? Because there is a third row back here. This bad boy is competing against the 3-row crossover segment, the likes of Highlanders and Honda Pilots and Kia Tellurides and so on and so forth. So, and it does a different take of that in this segment. Of course, we got a power liftgate back here. Works fine, just like everything else. You can see with the third row up, there's not a ton of space back here. Kind of maybe hard to tell in the sunlight here, but it's not terrible. One of the things we do like is the nice brown interior continues even in the third row, which you don't get in all the cars. We'll talk about the second row here in a minute, but that's the rear storage. Continuing on, let's get into the second row, because you may have noticed something. There is a captain's chair setup. Because we have a center console with Napa leather in the back and in the front, and we get nice heated seats. A nice spot to be. You do lose one extra seat with that center console, but it does look pretty posh, I have to say. Also importantly over here, Brian, peasant blockers. Those two things. Keeps you rich and above everyone else. Also, when you're playing your video games on your iPad, the sun glares less, so there's that too. Alrighty, we're gonna come around to the front. I'm gonna pop the hood real quick. All right, time to see where the magic happens. Let's see what we got in here. See if we got any zoom, although they don't use zoom anymore. So we'll talk more about that lack of zoom in the full review. But we get the Sky Active G Turbo. So basically we get the same Sky Active architecture we've seen in the 2 liters and 2.5 naturally aspirated. We just get a turbo added to it. G means gas, and we'll get into more of the technical details, what's going on there. In the meantime though, you do get 310 pound-feet of torque on regular and 320 pound-feet of torque on premium. I would mention horsepower numbers, but Mazda doesn't want me to, so there you go.
On to the interior.
On to the interior. Moving on to the interior, we get a beautiful space, and this is where this thing starts winning in its segment. Performance-wise, space-wise, handling-wise, power-wise, it's kind of in the middle of the pack. It doesn't really win at anything, but it doesn't really lose at anything until you get in the interior, and the interior is where it starts winning. Soft touch everywhere. There is not a hard plastic spot except maybe right here, and that is it. Everything else is premium. It's nice to touch. The buttons all make the same click. Doesn't matter where the button's at, it makes the same click and noise, which is beautiful. The other good part is the horse and rider as one theme continues with its infotainment. It's the easiest infotainment to work. It doesn't have a touchscreen. That is a little annoying, but let's be honest, it's too far away. You don't want to touch it anyways. You've got this nice rotary dial with a volume knob and a power off button, and it just works. It's seamless. You don't have to overthink it. The other good part about this is the camera system. This is one of the crispest cameras, crispest? Is that the right word? Most crisp camera views I've ever seen in any of the cars we've driven. You can really see what's happening. It's almost HD-like. And then lastly, this gets a really good crash rating. One of the main reasons it puts it over the top is the headlights. Mazda knows how to do headlights. They are the best in the industry, and they work. They follow your steering wheel so you can see the corner coming ahead. The auto high beams work great, and when it's on high beams, you can see everything at night, nice and crisp. With that, that's the quick take. Stay tuned for the full review coming up in a week, and I've lost my voice now, so there you go.